Hey everyone, it's Deborah. Today we're going to talk about why you need to start on your bucket list early. I'm talking about 4 decades early. I knew at a very young age that I needed to do some really important things in my 20s and 30s because I knew that time was going to get away from me. So, So I started on my list early. I only got 2 things left. Sometimes you add things. So you need to do it early because I'm going to tell you what will happen. This is what happened to me. I became very, very sick. I mean by being in chronic pain, and my body started failing me. And this happened to my parents, and it happens to a lot of people. Start your bucket list early because you never know when you're going to have a heart attack. You never know when you won't even be able to walk. If someone had told me in my 20s and 30s that I would have to have 2 hip replacements and 6 rods inserted in my back, I would have said, "You're crazy. I'm healthy." You see why you need to start it early, people. So one of the things I did was when I had my figure, I really don't have it anymore, I entered the Mrs. Virginia pageant. I had to do the Mrs. because I got married 2 days after I turned 18. So I made the top 13. I thought that was a goal. Get that over with. I lost 20 pounds in 1 week. That was a goal. I wanted to see if I could do it. I did it. I had a cup of black coffee in the morning, a half a sandwich at lunch, and whatever was being cooked for dinner on a dinner plate, and I lost 20 pounds, no joke. So when I went across that stage, I looked good. Another thing I did was go and do the job and apply for the job that I knew I was good at, and that was to be a police officer. And you got to do a job that you have fun at. Now, it wasn't so much fun for me because this is before women's lib, and the guys made it very difficult for me. So now I realize my forte is with customer service. I am great at retail. And I found this out when I had my dress shop. People love me, and they love my style and my clothes. I'm good at dealing one-on-one with customers. There's a black Chrysler in front of me. It's so hard to keep black cars clean. Okay. Another thing is, it should be on your bucket list to take your parents before they are invalids and bedridden. Take them to do something so very exciting. Whatever they've always dreamed of doing, take them now before you get unable to. If you've got the extra money, go do it for your parents. Yeah. And I don't know. Let's see. Don't know if I can go yet. We'll see. I think so. Not sure. What the hell? I don't know why she was slowing down because it's got a red light. I'm afraid to go out. I don't take any chances driving. After 6 car accidents, honey, I don't take chances. Okay. I was never charged for any of them. Okay. So, back to your bucket list. It's on my list to get a sailfish. I want to catch a sailfish. It used to be on my list to parachute out of a plane, but because of my back, I would be insane. Now, I learned how to ski. That was on my bucket list. I was very good at it. I didn't even need lessons. I just took to it like a duck in water. My sister did not take to it because they throwed her off the mountain because she was even taking the class. And she kept making everybody fall down, you know, so they told her not to come back. This was in Wintergreen. That was on my bucket list. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, do the bucket list while you can. And if you haven't gone out of the country or ridden in an airplane, you really need to add that, because you don't know what you're missing. Americans are so fixated on their country. You have no idea how other people live. The first time I went to Jamaica, I was in shock, because in America we have nicely paved roads. There you don't. And the Jamaicans live in places that we would consider needs to be torn down in our country. And they live off very minimal money, you know, because us Americans are definitely spoiled. And we can just go to any Wendy's or Burger King to get something to eat. In that country, you don't do that, you know, you can't. I know that they do have Burger Kings in the country, though, but I mean, they're so poor they can't. Okay, so here's something that's recently been on my bucket list, and there's the cop. Okay, and that is to learn how to cook new things. There's this young boy that pops up on my Facebook feed, and he makes all the food that I've enjoyed ordering at restaurants. It's amazing how simple things are, because my parents were Southern cooks. You know, they didn't make things like mozzarella sticks. They made red-eye gravy, you know. So, yeah, and sometimes you may not like to learn a new thing because you don't like the instructor. I found this out when I was in college. My ex-husband was teaching me, you know, algebra, and he was great at it. I understood it. And then he stopped doing it because he went into A&P school. So my son's 7th grade teacher was helping me, and then she changed everything, and then I got confused and I quit, you know. I have 64 credits, but because it's 40 years ago, they're not even going to take any of them. But yeah, you may have the wrong instructor. You have to find an instructor that you really relate to and you click, you know. So another thing that was on my list was to drag race, and I was good at it. My reaction time was almost perfect. Boy, did that piss off my ex-husband. But that's when I found out I had extremely high blood pressure, because the first time I went down the track at 140 miles an hour, I thought I was going to have a heart attack, because the adrenaline, I tell you what, the adrenaline is there, honey. If you're not doing anything that feels like you're having a heart attack, honey, your life is really boring. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to run this yellow light. That's... Okay, so there you go. Bye. A lot of people want to know my prediction for the presidential race. I'm very psychic, and a lot of people know that I am, because I have predicted every Super Bowl winner in like 10 years. I also predicted that OJ would get off. I also predicted that Trump would win in the 2016 election. But I don't have that feeling with this election with Biden and Trump. But this is what I do know, without a doubt. It's going to be so close that everything's going to be in dispute. Everything about the election is going to be in dispute. It's going to be that close. That's what my psychic feeling is for this time.